It's been a while. Hi. Hey guys. How's everyone doing? That's why I can hear myself. I was so confused. I asked a bit ago if you guys could hear the music because I was really thrown off because I could hear my own starting music. I could hear Pink Sand playing. Turns out I just hadn't muted my Twitch tab. That's how you can tell it's been a while. That's how you can tell that I have been off my game. And I only realized because I just heard myself talking. So that's sorted. Thank you for the hype train, guys. Thank you, Evan and Ash for the subs. And thank you you both subbed and then gifted a sub. Thank you for the level 1 hype train. That is really, really cool. I love you guys. And also, congrats to Evan for getting first, Ash second, and April was third. Look at you guys. Look at you being silly. I am thoroughly unprepared. We're not doing anything fancy today. August 8th is the day that I did my first ever stream back in ye old 2022? That's how time works, right? It was 2022. Was it? Or was it 2021? I don't know how time works. For you to go 2021? Okay, I thought that was it. I did my maths wrong. But a lot has changed since that first stream. Um, there's been, oh god, so many drawers, so many things. Look at you guys going. Time is confusing. Time is very confusing. A lot has changed since I first started streaming. I have made friends. I have made enemies. I have had countless mental breakdowns over this entire thing and my life. And that's what this year has mainly been for me, has been a series of mental breakdowns. And I don't really think it's gonna get much better. So I'm gonna do what I did the last time I was super duper depressed, and that's start streaming again. It checks out, honestly. It makes the most amount of sense. It's half the reason why everyone started streaming during COVID. They were sad. But to harken back to my roots, so to say, we're just going to be doing some Hypixel parkour. I just ate an ice cream. That was nice. I have a cup of tea with me. I've got a nice full glass of water. And we're just going to hang out and we're just going to talk. And you guys can give me conversations to talk about. I can think of conversations to talk about. We're going back to basics. We're going back to the I don't even know. I don't even know. I'm on Hypixel right now. I'm gonna find a nice parkour house that I can play with. What's a nice parkour house? Burger King. Garden sounds cute. Yeah, we'll go garden parkour. Back to a simple time. Simple life. My keybinds are not properly set for this, so I'm doing it manually. Can we make this so that I can not see people? Thank you. I hate people. We're in Minecraft now. But yeah, things are looking a little bit messy. I'm back down to just below the where am I going? Oh, it won't let me through. It won't let me. Hello? Hello? Oh, okay. Oh, wait, I almost had that. No, it's not letting me through. Okay, we're gonna leave. I forgot how this works. I forgot how this works. Okay, there we go. Now we're gonna go through this. Seen so many TikToks with the parkour housing. Yeah, same. People will just download, we'll go casual parkour. People will just download videos of people playing it, and hope for the best. I personally, okay. Why? Why is this also completely waterlogged? Is it because I'm playing here with a mod pack on? I don't think that should be... I don't think that should be causing any problems. But just in case, we're gonna go back to just chatting for a second because something here isn't working. I loaded up with the Mithril launcher because I was supposed to be doing a lore stream after this. After this stream, I was supposed to do a lore stream with somebody, which is now happening tomorrow. So if you're a Jamie Can Fly fan, I'll be there tomorrow. But I'm not streaming at my end. But I'll just open up normal Minecraft quickly. It probably is, that's because I remember to... Ah, I see. Okay. We'll load up normal Minecraft and we'll see if this works. I don't know if I have shaders on. Actually, I won't have shaders on the normal launcher. Oh, I know I do. I have Optifine 1.20.4 and Hypixel you can play in whatever fucking version, so it's fine. But yeah, I'll just get this loaded up real quickly. But yeah, there's gonna be a lore stream tomorrow, hopefully. I have a feeling that Jam was... We picked Thursday. Wait, it was Thursday or Friday that Jam could do. So we're doing tomorrow now. And I have a lot of stuff to do tomorrow because my dad's going on holiday and I'm getting the house cleaned because I'm having a friend round this weekend. And then also working on Mithril stuff because that is just my life. Working on Mithril stuff 24/7 because we gotta finish that fucking server. Aww. Doing a very day lore stream with you. Jam is doing a lore stream with me tomorrow. Yeah. If that is what if that is what that sentence means. Okay. I am now, there is no shaders, we're gonna deal with it. I am now on regular Minecraft launcher. Let me go back to the garden housing and see if this works before I change the scene over. It does, okay. Ooh, I'm burping. There we go. And now you can see it, and now everything is fine. Okay. Man, I'm tired. Don't you worry about it. Don't you worry. I see, tired texting and my dyslexia are not a great combination because I have to read between the lines and be like, what are you saying and what am I reading? Because sometimes my eyes will show me not what I'm reading. Oh, I almost did like a straight shot there. That was gonna be so cool. It happens a lot that my friends will send me something and my brain will read it a completely different way from how it is supposed to be read. Or like, I'll read it backwards or my brain will filter out the words to mean something else than what it actually means in the English dictionary. We'll stream this tomorrow. I have D&D. It is at 9 PM BST. Yes, it's a late one for me, but it'll be at 9 PM. So if you want to come and see, if your D&D is finished by then, hop by. I do believe that Jam's vods do not save after each stream, but I think Jam has been uploading them Or I know Jam did upload the last of their streams to YouTube a couple days after the fact, so hopefully that'll happen. I have been meaning to work on lore catch-ups for a long time for Mithril, but I just haven't really had the motivation. I haven't had motivation for a lot of things. I have motivation for one thing right now, and that thing is a secret. So I can't tell anyone about it, and by that I mean I've not told anyone about it. Like I had a brain moment. I went I want to try and do this, and now I'm trying to do it, and I'm refusing to tell anybody because if I give up on it, then it's just going to be kind of sad. But you know, that's something. I'm not being very specific because you're not allowed to know, but it means I'll have an hour to watch the lore. Okay, if you can show up, then that'll be great. That'll be amazing. Welcome back, Evan. Welcome back. Yeah, I've been just doing like I haven't really been. Words are difficult sometimes, guys. I've been in a weird rut where I haven't really been able to play any games, and maybe I'm just burnt out on gacha games because I haven't played. I was already falling out of love with Genshin. And then now I've stopped playing Star Rail, and I was really into ZZZ, and then I just very quickly really haven't cared about ZZZ. I want to stop playing because I know there's a character called Jane Doe who's going to be coming out at some point, and I really like her design. I think maybe I just got salty after I didn't get Ellen. But, you know, I just haven't been gaming very consistently. I have also got Sky Children of the Light recently, and let me tell you guys, it is the weirdest game. You can play that game. It's a really fun game. I mean, I'm pretty sure they have a mobile version. Most of the Hoyoverse games have mobile versions, but I play all of my games on PC because I just personal preference, and yeah, I wanna play more. It is a really fun game. I think it's just the beginning grindy stuff of them. Like I like Star Rail because I can auto battle my way through all of the grindy stuff, so I don't really have to think about it. Like I can do other things whilst the game grinds for me, and it's still a time commitment because I have to load up the game, and I can't do too much else, but I can look at my phone and stuff while that's going on. But with Genshin and ZZZ, there's a lot less that I can really do with that. Like, I have to be playing. And there's different like thought processes that go into it. Like Genshin, I just have to spam my shiny buttons and everything will be done, but that's almost a little monotonous because when pressing the shiny buttons doesn't net me a win instantly, then I have to actually work for it, and that can be annoying. Whereas in Withering Waves and Zenless Zone Zero, I've gotta like, there's strategy involved to the combat system. It's not just press a couple buttons and you're good. You've got to focus on like your dodging, and in ZZZ you'll be prompted to like do various things to switch your characters at certain points, or all of this mumbo jumbo kind of stuff. So it's a lot more like you've got to think about it. And Genshin's like being open world is really, really fun because you can just look around, but then it also makes gathering stuff for characters a lot more difficult. Oh, and I hate these. Personally for the longest. Aww, that's very sweet. It's funny to look back at like the amount of people who were streaming when and before I started streaming, and comparing that to how many are still going. Streaming is like, it's a really fun hobby, but it's definitely not something for everybody, because I have a couple of friends who like very, very casually stream. Like they do it when they want to, or when they're a part of a project that requires them to, or if there's an event going on. I think very few of my friends actually have an active schedule. I was the only person who I knew for a while who had an actual stream, like, schedule and anything. And I get why not a lot of people have it. It's a lot more freeing to just be like, oh, I can do this when I want to do this, and it doesn't really matter. But at the same time, it's like a growth thing. Like, if you want to get more followers and reach more people, you've got to put a lot of effort into this. And a lot of people either can't or don't want to put a lot of effort into it. And as somebody who has put a lot of effort into this and now is not, it's very freeing. It's very, oh, I can do other stuff with my life. But I like doing content stuff. It's very, very fun. I think I definitely need to rethink how I go about it and what I'm doing, because my first love was always YouTube, and I'd say that I am a lot more passionate, like, as a viewer, I'm a lot more interested in watching YouTube than I am in watching a Twitch stream. But Twitch is a lot, like, easier because you don't have to put in as much effort. Theoretically, I've seen some really high production Twitch streams. Like, if anyone has seen the Half-Life in VR series, it's on YouTube, but it was originally completely streamed on the person's Twitch account, which meant there was a lot more margin for error because, you know, it was live streamed, and it's really impressive thinking about it from that perspective. It's very, very cool. I don't like this jump. This jump is not good. You're a definite coward, and I think it might be time for you to go. But yeah, I guess I'm just being having a little bit of introspection, which might not be an appropriate time for it. But you know, we're here to talk, and we're just talking about whatever the fuck I want to talk about. But speaking of things I put a lot of effort into. Hey, how do I use the skips? Gives jump boost? Oh, please. Thank you. I don't understand how that works. Okay. But Mithril is slowly but surely coming underway. There's just been a lot of issues and a lot of, like, things slowing stuff down. I think one of the struggles of running a project like Mithril, which is very collaborative and has a lot of people involved, is I am not in control of everything. And back in, like, the previous arcs, I think I've had a lot more control. I don't know if that's the right way to put it, but I guess it's a bit like I've just got to wait on a lot of people to do a lot of things before we can finalize stuff, or I guess that really is the best way to put it. Nothing bad on anybody. Like, I haven't been doing a lot because, I mean, my brain has not been with it, but yeah, we're getting there slowly but surely, and I'm trying to speed up the process, but there's not a lot I can realistically do. But eventually it will be done, and hopefully everyone will enjoy the ride until then, because I love the server, and it's going to be really sad when it's over, but I'm very ready for it to be over. I think something that I've been really debating recently is if I want to run another SMP in the future, because I've said a lot of the times that I do have ideas for future SMPs. But whether or not they actually happen, like, depends on a lot of factors. Like, the main reason that Mithril exists in the first place is because I get the server for free. And I'm not sure if that's going to be something I can continue with in the future, so that's one thing I've got to consider, and then I've also got to consider how I want to do roleplay stuff, because I love doing roleplays. I'm a lot more interested in doing roleplay SMPs than casual SMPs, because I think casual SMPs can be fun. But unless you've got, like, a really dedicated group of people, they kind of fizzle out and die pretty quickly. So it's a little bit of a double-edged sword, but I like roleplay. Roleplay's always been, like, my first and foremost love in Minecraft and stuff. Not turning my game chat off might have been a bad idea for this, but you know, we're going with it. I think another thing is I've just got a very narrative brain, so when I have an idea for an RP, I want it to be very cohesive. I want it to be very plot driven, and very interactive of everyone who is involved, and that can be a little bit difficult. Like, it's the main problem with Mithril right now, is I know every single stream that we need to happen. But... okay, I'm just gonna go F1, because this one person is spamming Japanese in the chat. And until a mod shows up, I don't want to accent. I don't know if they're saying slurs or something in Japanese. I can't read kanji. If it ends, I'm not gonna leave your room all day. I'm gonna be devastated. I think the ending is gonna be something that people enjoy. The thing is, okay, with Mithril, I'm pausing for a sec because I have my tea. I am stopping going, oh, we're gonna end this month, we're gonna end that month, because at this point, we were supposed to end this month, and we are nowhere near to getting there. I can't go into my chat settings, but I'm lazy. And I like tabbing out using the slash, so I'm just gonna go F1, it's fine. Yeah, watch Martin's got lore heavy, but you will be sure not to miss the stream. Yeah, I'm scared of the ending. Yeah, there's a lot of work that has to go into it, but at this point, it's gonna be over when it is over. But it being over has quotations. Because, on one hand, the finale of the SMP doesn't technically mean the end. Because I want everyone to be able to have their own epilogue. Like, there are going to be consequences of the finale which people might want to, like, react to, or might want to be like, this is what happened to my character after that. So everyone is going to at least get, or have the option to do one final stream after the finale. So there's still going to be a little bit more content. And then we've also got to think about the, I need to make a recap for, like, the third volume of the server. I'm gonna make a recap video. And we've got to post the entire finale cinematic and everything, and at some point Mithril Monthly will come back, and we'll probably end up doing a big Q&A on the entire server, where I just kind of talk shop about everything that I put into it and that multiple different people put into it, and all of that stuff. And then I've got a secret little thing which I'm working on, which nobody knows anything about other than me, which I guess is kind of my farewell to the project, because I will probably end up doing a stream after the finale to be like, this is character J, this is her end to this thing. But then I have my own also, like, personal ending thing, which I'm working on kind of outside of that, I guess, if that makes sense. Again, it's all like very up in the air if I finish it or anything, and if it's looks good, but yeah, final goodbye from my character who both canonically and, well, okay, actually not canonically technically, but who has my character has been in Mithril Valley for the longest, and out of everyone who is in the project and who is active on the project, I have been the one consistent person. I'm the owner, so I guess that kind of makes sense. I have my co-owners, but at the end of the day, I'm the owner. So everything of this server has been from my brain and my thoughts added in with all of like the members and stuff, but it all started with me being like, hey, how about we do this? And then everything came about from that. So it's a pretty big thing to be able to like end a project in a satisfying way, and it's why we're putting so much work into it, and it's why it's taking for fucking ever. And even with me saying that about like, you know, once the finale is done, there's still going to be a little bit of extra content coming after that before, you know, the server properly is over with. I do have ideas for not so much a sequel series, but I guess a spiritual successor to Mithril that utilizes the same world, because I've put a lot of world building thought into Infinia, which is the world that the Mithril SMP and that the Valley exists within. Yeah, I have an idea for it. It's like a... It's more of a... it takes place in the same world, but at a different time periods. And with different characters. I think where I'm at from this point in time, given that this is just like a twinkle in my eye, so to say, in terms of ideas, there's only like one proper confirmed character from the current Mithril SMP who would be appearing in this hypothetical future project. But outside of that, I do know what projects I would want to work on next after Mithril is over that are like RP related, but it's a lot to think about because, you know, I don't know if the way that I run projects is great. I don't know if there's a better way that I could run the things that I do. I don't know if I want the stress of handling another project, and it definitely is going to come down to how many helping hands I'm going to be able to get and what my life looks like in the future, because... Oh, hey Soul, have fun lurking. I realize I've got a bit of a deep voice today. I'm just, like, I'm trying to be quiet and also really chill. So... I'm really hoping this doesn't come across as a mummy voice, because I'm leaving that shit behind me. At some point, all of those videos are being fucking privated. Because that was a time of my life I'd rather forget. Oh. But, oh, I just had that thought, and now I can't stop laughing about how my voice is probably sounding right now. You can all hear me, right, though? Yeah. Okay, I had to check my mic settings just to make sure it was loud enough for our voice. Yeah, that was a time. That was a time. I only started doing that because the old owner of the Mithril SMP started sexualizing me in Discord calls. Because I showed up one day really, really tired because it was like 2 AM. And I didn't realize I was being sexualized because I'm a baby. I genuinely didn't realize. I thought it was like oh, this is a funny joke between me and my funny friend because we're both asexual, but no, she was lying about that. She just... Yeah. This is really funny for the people who know who I'm talking about. Yeah, I thought it was a joke. Turns out we're both stupid. It wasn't. Oh. No, I'm not gonna trauma dump on my fucking Twitch account. That stuff is so far behind me. That stuff is so far behind me. But it's so funny to think about. Oh yeah, they did! Oh fuck, I actually forgot about that. In fairness, actually not in fairness, but if it makes you feel any better, they talked shit about every single person who I was nice to. They tried to villainize any person who I so much as smiled at, so... That's what you get with being friends with a Yandere wannabe. I mean, okay, we're moving on from that properly now. We properly move on from that. But yeah, I do have an idea for a future like RP project, which I'm really happy about and I'm really passionate about. I was thinking about it the other day because I was trying to rework it in my head to how I would want it to go. Because I think Mithril is structured and I like improv a lot, and I think improv is fun, and I think it's more relaxing to have a structured improv sort of style thing, because having a structure to it just means that like you know what you're getting out of it, whereas doing pure improv you don't always really know what you're getting out of it. Oh, go over the head. Okay, that is a little bit more difficult. Ooh. But sorry, this is a hard jump. Okay. Okay, this... Excuse you. We're just gonna... There we go. Okay. Back to this. It's a lot of stuff that I want to think about and that I would really love to do, but whether or not I get to do them is another thing. But at the end of the day, I'm just really happy that people have enjoyed Mithril in any capacity. I really like coming up with stories and bringing them to fruition, but I've been writing a lot more recently. It's something that you're never gonna see, or at least nothing that I'm ever going to like acclaim on this account. Like, I started using Tumblr, and I've made a lot of side blogs for various different purposes. So anyone who doesn't use Tumblr, you have your main account and your main blog, which is just your profile, and then you can add, I think, as many side account or side blogs onto that, which will all have their own like names, and if you don't want them to be associated with your main blog, they don't have to be. They just all harken back to it in the sense that, you know, the main blog is the official account. I've got 4 side blogs. And I've been having a really fun time doing it, because when I was younger, I never really interacted on the internet with anything. I would watch YouTube videos, and I had some like personal like accounts like Instagram and stuff because people at my school used it mainly, but I never really interacted online until I became a streamer. So I guess I'm kind of getting that experience now, which is a couple years late, probably. How? This is very, very bad. This is very, very bad. I don't like this. But basically, I started writing a fanfiction for something that I'm hyperfixating on, because when I like something, I have a very overactive imagination, and I also really like narrative structure and stories. And I'll come out and say it. I really like Lego Monkey Kid. It's my favorite thing. I never really... I watched it because I was sad, and then it made me really happy, and I actually really, really love it. Like, it is a kid's show. For a kid's show, though, it does a lot. It does a lot with not having a lot. Honestly, like, the 5th season kind of needs a trigger warning. The 5th season kind of needs a trigger warning. And I like how they are actually developing their primary, like, protagonist, even though every other character kind of is getting left in the wayside. But again, it's a kid's show. Like, there's not a lot that can be done, but there's a lot you can extrapolate from the characters, and a lot that stuff is pointing towards without being super given enough time to go into all of it. Never had the time. At some point, I will at some point I will definitely do some a Discord like movie night. But the thing is, we'll have to do several movie nights, because every season of LMK is 10 episodes long, and every season except for 5 has a 40-minute special. So, and every episode is 10 minutes long. So that is just over what? That is just, oh god, how does maths work? That is just over an hour per season, and plus with the specials that becomes a 2-hour watch through. So One Piece movie night when? Oh my god, I did it. Okay. Oh, I fucked up. Wow. Okay. I'm not sad about that at all. I do actually want to watch One Piece, because Chris Chilzo was showing me One Piece. But I kind of hate the art style that it has at the beginning. And I know it changes. But like, I kind of hate the art style at the beginning of it. It's just so old. It's just so old, and I don't like it. I'm leaving. I'm leaving. It's very, very, it's a weekly series. Speaking of anime though, I have been watching My Hero Academia again. Oh, it's dark here. I don't know if this is going to be a great... Oh, there we go. Okay. That's fine now. We watched that since new season. I stopped watching My Hero Academia when season 5 came out. I only watched up to season 3 as well, because I watched season 3 and I went, oh, season 5 is coming out in like a month. Why don't I stop here? And then I can binge watch season 4 and 5 together, which I think, now that I have seen season 4, is a really smart move on my part. But as you can tell by me saying that I've only just now seen season 4, I didn't do that. Season 5 came out, and I just didn't watch it. I just let everything blow past me. Not for lack of interest, I really struggle sitting down and watching shows. I feel like I always have to be doing something or experiencing things a certain way. And I just didn't really want to rewatch all the seasons I'd already seen, but now I have. I've also started watching it in English, which, if you heard me talk about My Hero Academia before, you'll know that I have shat on the English dub plenty of times, but the good thing about it is my one gripe with the English dub isn't said, like, barely ever. And that gripe is how they pronounce Katsuki's name. They call him Katsuki, and that's not how you pronounce that name. It's Katsuki. I'm angry about it, and I will forever be angry about it, but they don't really say it at all, because the only person close enough to him to call him that calls him Kachan, so... But season 4, now that I've seen it, I hate season 1 of My Hero Academia. It's just complete setup to an eventuality that you already know is going to happen by the sheer name of the series. Like, it's called My Hero Academia. Academia is a school. And the first, like, season 1 is basically all is he gonna get into the hero school, and him, like, getting like a quirk and stuff. And then season 2 I really love because of the tournament arc and Hosu, and just everything about it. Season 3 is good. It has the standout of season 3 is that's the one with the camp. Yeah, the camp arc, which I really enjoy because stuff happens. Interesting stuff happens. And then they also have the provisional license exam, which is a little bit boring, I will admit. On a second watch through, I didn't enjoy it as much as the first time, but it's still good. Season 4 is okay. I like Eri, who is a character who is introduced, but the rest of it is kind of like, oh, we're going from this to suddenly um the gentleman villain or whatever the guy is called. And I just kind of like I liked the wholesome band arc that they got to give the guys a break, but other than that, wasn't a big fan. And I've been spoiled on a couple of things for season 5. Being on the outskirts of the fandom when it released kind of meant a lot of it was going to get spoiled for me, and being a fanfiction reader where the manga is already released kind of means that you're going to get spoiled for some things. There's a lot of stuff that I know. There's a lot of stuff that I know is going to be happening. I need to watch season 5 solely because my favorite character gets more spotlight, that character being Shinso Hitoshi, because he is the best character in that show. What can I say? I fell in love with him in the tournament arc, and I still love him now. And I haven't even seen him properly since the tournament arc, so I'm excited to watch him. But we're not there yet, so I need to watch season 5, but I just have like a really weird hang up about starting stuff. Like, it took me a couple weeks to start season 4, and then I watched it all in a day basically. And now it's been a couple of days and I haven't watched season 5. And I think it's partly because like I want to pay attention to the shows that I watch, but I also don't like paying attention to the shows that I watch. I guess that's a double-edged sword of when I was watching it in it subbed. I would have to pay attention so I could read and know what was happening, but it also meant that I could like tune out if something important wasn't going on. Now watching it in English, I don't have to like pay as close attention because I can hear what's happening, so I can do other stuff at the same time. But if I want to do stuff at the same time, I'm gonna get distracted. Like said fanfiction that I mentioned I was writing, I wrote the like opening half of it. It took me all day because I was also watching season 4 of My Academia at the same time, and I wrote about almost 2,000 words, I want to say. By the time I finished the thing, and I really think I should have written more. But yeah, I like consuming media and then getting little like. My favorite thing to do is to take something that I like and make something new out of it, which is one of the reasons why I like reading fanfiction so much, because you can take the concept of like My Hero Academia, Midoriya Izuku is a quirkless boy who wants to be a hero, and you can do a lot of stuff with that. One of my favorite, actually, the most popular fanfiction in the My Hero Academia category of Archive of Our Own, which is the best fanfiction website, or at least the most acclaimed, is Yesterday Upon the Stairs. And the whole premise of that fic is it's the same as the show, except Midoriya does have a quirk, and it lets him see ghosts, and so nobody believes him. He can see dead people, and he has a couple of like cryptid features, like his eyes kind of glow in the dark, but because of the nature of it being kind of cryptid-esque, it's all very you second guess it because it's like that uncanny valley sort of like, am I seeing things or is this real? But it's a very fun concept, and I just like stuff like that. And it's one of the inspirations for like any story that I come up with in my head. I just harken back to media that I like. And that also goes for fucking any, like, that also goes into why I want to run more roleplay SMPs, because I like story making, and it's somewhat easier and a little bit more fulfilling to be able to create a story in an actual physical format that I don't have to spend 24 hours writing 1,000 words for. but yeah. I'm having like a secret double life of my internet experiences. I've got a side Tumblr profile where it's mainly LMK stuff right now, but I also sometimes reblog My Hero Academia stuff and RWBY. My profile picture on it is an actual character from RWBY, and that's the closest you're going to be getting to knowing what the account is. Um, but I just use it to like rant about the characters that I like, and at some point I'm gonna post that fanfiction on it. But me being me, I've made an AU fanfiction where the entire premise of the fic is not gonna be apparent until the third chapter, and I'm only like just over halfway done with the first chapter. Uh I'm doing great. How does this work? Say in autonomy, the conglomerate's got you on lock and key. We put the dollar back into idometry. If you're upset, you can rent an apology. Forged in bureaucracy, no I in team, but there's con in economy. I've also just been like, one of my motivations for streaming today was I like talking. I like talking, but I also kind of struggle to talk to people. I definitely have a stream persona, and I think that is just the ideation that if I'm streaming, I have to be talking. And if I am talking, I have to be saying something of substance. And so it means that I can chat about all of these things I'm interested in or hyperfixating on to an audience who hopefully is somewhat engaged in what I have to say or can give their own feedback to or ask me stuff. And I guess in a way it makes me feel less lonely. And I've not been streaming properly for a couple of months, so I guess I'm not saying that I'm coming back from my break, like, right now. I don't want to force anything on myself, and it's going to take me a while to get anywhere close to, like, where I was before, because I don't think me sitting here chatting about whatever I want to chat about is always going to be the most interesting thing. Like, I could become a just chatting streamer and solely do that and do discussion, like, streams about very specific niche topics, but I don't know. I like having some freedom, and yeah. I think I'm just going to try and stream more. At least once a week, I'm going to aim for. And I'm not gonna put any caveats on it. I'm not gonna do a lot of big announcements like I've done with this stream to be like, oh, I'm gonna be live on this day, yada yada yada. Sometimes I'm just gonna go live. And if people show up, they show up, and we'll have a nice time. But I guess I'm just trying to de-stress from my past experiences on this platform and in the community, whilst also doing something which I think genuinely is pretty beneficial for me. Because again, I like talking. Like, what I found is when I'm home alone especially, I will just talk to myself. Or I will do little voice note recordings, because sometimes verbalizing my thoughts makes them a little more tangible or easier to comprehend. Like, I will try to imagine stuff, like a conversation in my head, and sometimes it'll be really fluid and it will work, and other times I will repeat the opening of it like 20 times because I just can't move past it. So speaking out loud, I'm not going to say that I'm a great speaker. I'm very bad at reading out loud, specifically, which is probably to do with my dyslexia. Welcome back, Evan, welcome back. But I don't know. Streaming is just nice. It's a fun hobby that I want to get back into, but I want to be a little kinder to myself in doing so. I'm basically not going to be worrying about numbers anymore. Like, as much as I would love to reach 7k for the, what is it at this point, 5th time without backsliding, or get a bunch of subs, or whatever, I'm not going to be prioritizing that, I don't think. Like, before it was kind of an arm and a leg race of how popular I can be and how much I can grow and where I can get to, and I just don't really care. Because at the end of the day, the chances of me getting anywhere near to, like, Tommy Innit level or fucking any streamer that's like well-known level of popularity is second to none. And I'm not going to get there if I'm not working towards getting there. But I have previously attempted to work towards getting there, and I definitely didn't do everything that I could. There was definitely more that I could try. But if that effort is gonna be detrimental to me, then I don't think it's worth it. I think I'm kind of comfortable just doing this because it makes me happy to do it, and just kind of enjoying myself a little bit more. And I do have a couple projects in the back of my mind, like not kind of still story related, but not like SMP or production related that I would like to put into motion. I know you'll be happy about this, Evan. I know I used to have a build world where I went really in depth with like making lore for it and like my mods and some of my viewers at the time. And I still do have that world. And I do still love that world. But I think there's a couple of smarter practices I can put into place in terms of like from a map making perspective. There's some stuff that I could do better. I've been watching this one guy on TikTok. He also streams, who's been making a lot of really cool things in Minecraft. Like, he's made the Castle in the Sky from the aptly named Castle in the Sky Ghibli movie, as well as one area of Attack on Titan and Shigeshima, or however it's pronounced, which is another show that I watched earlier this year, which did quite enjoy. Enjoyed Attack on Titan. Season 4 was not my favorite, but I enjoyed Attack on Titan. I enjoyed it. I enjoyed it mostly because I was watching it with Mars. I will say it's not something I would go out of my way to watch by myself, but it is really good. I do really like it. So hi Lich. Where's Lich? Did I miss something? Oh no, there's Lich. There you are. The purple of your name and Evan's name is the same, so my brain just filtered past it for a second there. I cannot get through this. Do I have a skip? I do. Eh. It'd be nice. Well, welcome in, Lich. Welcome. You're somewhere over the rainbow. Welcome in. We're having a pretty chill talk time. But yeah, my basic thing there is I'm hopefully gonna do more streams, and I might start a new build world project that is hopefully a little bit more well thought out and substantial, and we can get some like viewer interaction in creating a story in said world, or at least giving the world some world building so that people can imagine their own stories within it, which could be really, really cute. And harken back to the early days. I guess what I'm kind of saying is I'm gonna do a fucking channel reset and go back to 2021 when I first started, and see how I feel with that sort of stuff. But yes, Lich, yes. I do you about asking it. I know you like it a lot, and it makes me really happy that you like it. It makes me it's kind of weird to think that those old documents, which I don't really think about a lot anymore, still bring people joy. But it's very touching. It's very sweet. It's very, very sweet. Wish you the worst. Wish you the worst. Yeah, fuck you and all your friends. I'll be driving the hearse. Oh, this parkour has gotten difficult now. Do a project for a college to interview people I might work with in the future, so curious if I could interview you. Mayhaps voice acting work. Yeah, sure. I'd be down for that. If you like, feel free to DM me with like any details or like anything you'll need me to do. If it's voice acting work specifically, I'm assuming that I'm gonna need to do a couple of voices, which I can definitely do. I like to think I have a decent voice range. But yeah, we'll 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 see what I can do. But I'd be happy to help you out with that, Lich. You and all your friends, I'll be driving the hearse. About a thing for D&D, it's got a beat to it. Ah, I thought you were probably just a little bit nervous about it and asked Skylar, but either way, I don't mind. Of course you can use it. I like being a creative little bean, so honestly, ever have like questions creatively or like, oh, I need a thing for this D&D campaign, help me think of something. And I'm live or even just like in the Discord, feel free to ask because I like brain things. I like brain things. I like story inspired brain things. I want to write a book. I've been talking about how I'm writing a fan fiction and it's gotten way too out of hand and it's taken me a really long time, but I think part of the reason why I have the motivation to do it is because I want to write a book. And I have an idea for said book, but I guess it's the creative process. And what I'm finding right now with what I'm writing is that the longer I wait on it, the more different ideas come to my mind about it. Both the fanfic and the actual original work that I'm considering. Because there's a lot to put together and to think about in a story. Like, a lot of ideas I've had, I've scrapped. Like, I have one character who it went from like, oh, his parents aren't going to be involved in the story at all, so I don't got to think about them, to his dad is going to be the go-to like older person figure they need for advice, to his mum is the best person in the world, wait no she's evil, wait no she's good again, wait no his parents are divorced, to wait no the dad is now his uncle, wait no they're divorced again. And I'm like, oh, why can't I settle? But it's all because thinking of the role that his character and his parents' characters could have in the story and what services that the best. So I think what I've settled on for him, because he's one of the main characters, is his parents are divorced, his mother's never going to be mentioned, and his dad is the go-to, like, hey, we need magic advice, sir, and then the group will go to him for magic advice. But yeah, I guess it's just an example of like how messy my cutting room floor can be. I'm not going to go into any detail about what that story is about. Though, actually, I'll tell you one thing about it because I think it's a funny little back end like question. Do I have any other skips? No, I don't. We might leave this in a minute because I can't do this. I've done what I can do. Yeah, we're gonna go a different place. Can I ask how much are you able to see how much emotes are used? There might be a Twitch extension. I'm not sure if I have it anymore, but there was a Twitch extension that could see how often emotes were used. Or how often my emotes were used, I think. See Twitch recap thing. I think my heart emote is the one most popularly used. Just the either the rainbow one or the basic. We're gonna go Burger King. We are now in Burger King. Okay, what? There we go. But the one thing I'll tell you about the book that I want to write is all of the characters are named after characters from Greek mythology in one way or another. Some of them have nicknames. There is a character called Theseus, but everyone calls him Theo. He's one of my favorite characters in the whole thing. But a lot of the characters are either named after heroes from Greek mythology or the gods from Greek myth, Titans. Some of them are named after Greek authors. One of them is named after a Roman author. but it still counts. Actually, no, I think both of the authors I picked are Roman technically because it's Dante and Virgil. And um Virgil wrote the Aeneid, which is the story of the founding of Rome, featuring Aeneas, set after the Trojan War, where they were on the losing side. And Dante wrote Dante's Inferno, Purgatorio, and Paradiso, where it was basically religious fan fiction, and kind of Christian doctrine, but um, yeah. It still features several Greek characters and Roman characters because it was a what is the word? Christianity has a thing about just butchering and destroying all other mythologies and religions it comes into contact with, and Dante's Inferno was kind of like that, but religious fan fiction. Which so was Paradise Lost, in all fairness, but yeah, it's just a funny little thing. All the characters have Greek names, even though it's not set in Greece and has nothing to do with Greek myths, um, in the slightest. But it just ended up being a thing, and I've stuck with it, and I think that's cute, so I'm doing it. Why? This is a weird parkour chain. Kingslayer. Okay. Ugh. I heard a noise outside and it scared me. It scared me. Oh, we have a quiz. Oh. Oh, fuck. Oh. Oh, no. Wait. Middle one. Okay. Okay. I didn't know there was going to be a Burger King quiz here. I've been thoroughly thrown off. I've been thoroughly thrown off my game. Nice chill one. Yeah, this is a pretty chill. I mean, this is Burger King, so I guess it's just a little silly. Which is very, very nice. I don't think we're probably just gonna be live for maybe another like 20 minutes. Because I said to myself today was gonna be a short one. And I don't really have too much to talk about, and I do have someone waiting for me to watch Lego Monkey Kid with them. Which I am looking forward to. Because we're on the season 3 special now, which is one of my favorite things because ooh, Lego Monkey Kid is one of those shows that just gets better the more you watch it, but I feel like I'm just way too excited about it because I'm a mythology buff. Like any kind of mythology I will eat up. Like Greek mythology, everybody knows about, everybody loves, but there's so many other mythologies, like Chinese, Japanese, have a lot of overlap with those two, but there are like some minor differences. Mainly in their legend presentation and the cultural significance, but it's very interesting at the very least. And Norse mythology, which only has two surviving like non-Christianized like references and resources. Like I watched a video about the Nine Realms the other day, and there's about 5 of them which are known to be which are known to be a part of the Nine Realms, and that's if you squint. And no one knows anything about what the other ones are. I do really like what they did with them in God of War though. Which ooh, I don't know anything about the God of War games like before the God of War 2018, but I should watch some playthroughs of those because oh my god, God of War is one of my favorite games fucking ever. Also highest style. You prefer Norse mythology? I think Norse mythology is really fun. Mars has been showing me a lot of Finnish mythology stuff because Finnish mythology, you think they'd have like, considering their geographical location, you'd think they'd also be like in the Norse camp, but they're not. They have their own distinct mythology, but they're also like, were very chill about it from the video that he sent me, where it was basically like, oh, they were introduced to Christianity, and instead of like warring against it or like taking it as gospel and just making that their own thing. They kind of went, it's possible that there are other gods that we do not yet know about, so they just included Christianity in their existing mythology, um, which is very interesting. Um, but there's a lot of cool stuff, and I want to learn more about it, but I don't know how well codified Finnish mythology is because I've not really seen a lot about it outside of like the few videos Martha sent me. So that might have to be a deep dive that I explore on my own. I want to get back into learning Finnish. Last year, I spent a good couple of months on Duolingo learning Finnish, and then I stopped because I got sad. But I do really want to pick it up again because it is a really, really fun language. I just, yeah, I'm very bad at, even with notifications on my phone, I'm very bad at like paying attention to them and doing them because what will usually happen is I'll get a notification on my phone for something that I need to do when I'm in the middle of doing something else or when I pick up my phone to do something else, and then I'll be like, well, I'm not doing that now because I'm doing something else. And it just doesn't really work. But maybe I should listen to what my dad always says and use alarms or something. That could be a good idea. Thank you, Estelle. You're so very sweet. You have Celtic mythology. I wish I knew more about it. Celtic mythology is very like it's very, very difficult to get good sources on Celtic mythology because again, it's one of those things that was just very heavily like thrown out by Christians. Um if you want to know some stuff, I highly recommend Overly Sarcastic Productions because they have a few videos about Celtic myth. One of my personal favorite avenues for Celtic mythology is actually the Arthurian legends because it's kind of seeped in Celtic mythology whilst not being an official mythology itself. It itself. It's just very like angled that way, you know. Okay. Um, actually, I have I have a book. You have, oh wonderful. I have a book. Um, I don't remember what it's called. I'm grabbing it. Wait. It's on my bookcase. I bought this like 2 years ago. Solely because first I saw the title, which is Gwen and Art are not in love, and it is a fictional book based on the Arthurian legend of King Arthur. Let me read the back of it to you because this is great. Spoiler alert, it's gay. I need to turn my phone on because actually no, I'm not turning my lamp on. Fuck it, I like being in dark. And I have not read this book yet, but I really want to. Here's what it is. So Gwen and Art are not in love. Rather inconveniently, however, they are betrothed, and now Art's been invited to Camelot to prepare for the wedding. It's going to be a long, hot summer of jousts, feasts, and trying not to kill each other. Until Gwen catches Art kissing a stable boy, and Art digs up Gwen's breathless diary entries about the kingdom's only female knight, Lady Bridget Leclerc. Perhaps they'd make better allies than enemies. Maybe it's worth convincing everyone that they make a disgustingly perfect couple after all. But with Gwen growing closer to Bridget and Art drawn to Gwen's brother, Gabriel, the path to true love is looking far from straight. So it's Arthurian legend, but they've made it gay. And I really want to read it. But it's been 2 years since I got the book, and I haven't read it. But I really like Arthurian legend because it is one of those fictions which is just people went, we kind of like this, let's make a fan fiction out of it. Like Lancelot came about as like the French getting a hold of the story and being like, let me input my OC. And it was the same with I think Percival and the Goblet and that sort of stuff. So it's just kind of a grab bag of things. Like I think they kind of just made a vaguely Celtic mythology fiction story. And I've never seen the Merlin TV series, which is also has like some inspiration from obviously the myths because it's Merlin. But I really want to. I like mythologies because ignoring like stuff that is practiced religion, because you really shouldn't mess with anything which is a still practicing religion. And I know some people now, like in like Wicca and stuff, they'll do stuff with the sorry, I'm burping, with the Greek and Norse gods, but that's using like the remnants of the mythologies, because they are no longer practiced. So it's like it's a grey area there, but basically what it's saying is that it's acceptable to use those as like story fodder. Existing religions though, stay away from with a 10-foot pole unless you've got some sort of authority and right, which is where like a monkey kid kind of skirts the line with it because um I mean it's Buddhism, and that is still a practiced religion, but it's also the Journey to the West, which is a fictional story. Um and yeah, it's just it's very like, if you're not Chinese, basically don't touch it. And like luckily the show is made by people who are Chinese, or at least the writers, I'm pretty sure. And yeah, it's just really good. I just like mythologies. I like anything I can sink my teeth into and then make something new out of. This is all harpering back around to, I like stories. I like fucking with stories. I like making my own stories from them. I'm just a creative little guy. I'm just a creative little bean. And I want to keep being creative, and I want to keep being a silly little guy. And that is what this is all coming down to. And I will be a happy little bunny if someone just lets me rant. Please, just let me rant every day of my life. No, I can't do anything this weekend, and honestly, I need to really, like, hunker down and finish off my recordings for the Mithril finale. Hmm. Gotta think out of the box. Oh, fucking... Is that what you mean? There we go. Find it soothing? That's sweet. You like listen to my rants? Oh, yay! I think some people just like having something talk to them and knowing that if they wanted to, they could add into the conversation, but you never have to. Like, I'm very content to have people lurking. I will say it is... I don't know how to put it. Lurkers are always very appreciative, and I am a lurker myself on the odd chance that I am in a Twitch chat. But it is also very beneficial when people add into the conversation because it can help streamers keep the flow going and stuff like that. It's why when you see me, especially in like lore streams and stuff that my friends are doing, why I will be a little bit more active. Like with Mars's last lore stream, I was very much there to help him with acting his character by asking questions that he would either probably be thinking or that you, the viewers, would be thinking, because, it makes it easier on him to do this stuff. But why is there a slime here when I can just jump and make the landing? Like, that's weird. But I'm the kind of person who can just keep talking no matter what is going on, because I will find ways to entertain myself. So I think it's just fun. I think it's just cute. Well, this is a thing, that is a thing. There we go. My brain isn't satisfied till I'm fully drained. You're a big lurker that prefers to actually try now and then to put in input, and that's very cool. I think the main thing of it is, like, just if you have a question, ask the question. You guys can be as quiet as you want to in my chat. Sometimes the response is nice because it means, oh, people are enjoying what I'm saying, but, like, no one ever has to talk. But if you have a question, you can always just ask it, or you have something that you're particularly interested about, or there's an interest of mine that you know about and want an opinion on, I just like talking. I just like talking and I like engaging. And you can do that as much or as little as you guys want. I guess that's the best way I'm gonna be able to put this. It's fine till I'm fully trained. But yeah, what I was trying to say was I really need to hunker down and work on Mithril stuff, but depending on how I'm feeling next weekend, maybe we can start um Lego Monkey Kid in the Discord. What would you guys rather do? What do you think is better? Um Spending 40 minutes watching the pilot and then picking up a different day to watch the 100 minutes of the first season of the show. Oh, I should have cheesed that. Oh, wait, I'm going back. I'm gonna cheese this. Wait, we're going back. We're going back. Wait, I'm gonna cheese this. Um, what do you guys think would be better? Because that's either just over 2 hours watching the full first season, or pilot one sitting, different sitting, the first season. Because I don't know what would be better. It's obviously watching it all together is going to take a lot longer, but I guess it really comes down to how much time people have. Because I've got infinite time. Like I know that you can watch the entirety of Lego Monkey Kid in about 9 hours, which I know because I have done that in a day before. I have watched the entire series in a singular day, just non-stop. But we can't just, sit in Discord all day doing that because people have lives. And the worst thing that could happen would be one of you has to leave for whatever reason, and can't, has to pick up later where we left off or go through it by yourself because it's going to be, a thing. I think doing the pilot first, then the season would be better, mostly the same way. Yeah, I think you're right. I think, you know what we might do, because it's a 40-minute pilot, um, is watch the pilot and then if people have any questions about any of the little jokes that are in the pilot or any of the things in from the pilot, which because the first special of the show is a pilot, so that means that a couple things going forward into the full series are different, or retconned, and we can spend a little bit of time talking about what those differences are going to be and why, because I think that would be really really fun, and I can spend 20 minutes to round out into an hour just answering people's questions, and then we can watch the main series a different day. And I think I've already posted the link of the whole show in one of the forms of my Discord server, which if anyone who's not in, go ahead and join. But I haven't put season 5 in there because season 5 isn't up on the website I usually watch the show on, but I have found it all, the English version of it all on YouTube recently, which is where I watched season 5 the first time, and I have so many opinions on season 5 because it's good, but it doesn't have a special, and that really, really is detrimental to its performance as a show. They had to cut a lot of corners, and the ending feels kind of rushed because of that. The last 2 episodes could have probably been spaced and put into a special instead of being the last 2 episodes of the series. But, we have to wait an entire year for season 6, and I'm not ready. And the animation studio changed, and I'm sad about it still. And hi, Kiara. We're not going to be live for too much longer, unfortunately. But I hope you're having a lovely, lovely day. I hope you're enjoying yourself. Thank you for the resub. Thank you all for the sub today, guys. I really appreciate it. We've been talking about mainly story stuff, a couple of Mithril bits, a lot of shows that I'm invested in. How next weekend we're gonna watch LMK in the Discord, because I want to watch LMK in the Discord. And Lego Monkey Kid is my current hyperfixation. It's probably the thing I've hyperfixated the most on since I first got into Sonic the Hedgehog, which is saying a lot. And that's also really funny, because in Sonic the Hedgehog, you have Sonic the Hedgehog and Shadow the Hedgehog. And in Lego Monkey Kid, you have Sun Wukong and the Six-Eared Macaque, and they are basically Sonic and Shadow the Hedgehog, but monkeys, and I love them for it. I love them for it so much. Sharon's first, thank you, Professor Penguin, thank you. I appreciate you being here, I appreciate you stopping in. I heard a noise and it scared me. And I can't tell if that was the sky or my dad closing a door. So he might be coming up to bed soon. I didn't tell him I was streaming because it's been a while. So I just kind of closed my door a lot and went, this is fine. Yeah, he doesn't need to know though. I'm being quiet. I'm being nice. I just need to get past like my little baby bits of anxiety. I've talked about a lot of stuff today. I guess one thing that I can mention is I'm currently on a wait list for therapy. And it's taken a really long time to actually get to this point. It's just the wind. That's comforting. But you know, a wait list is a wait list, so it's gonna be a while, and who knows if it's actually gonna be helpful. And they don't make the process easy, I will say. Like it's taken me like 2 months to for them to be like, yeah, you need therapy. Okay, now we're gonna put you on a wait list. It's not great. If I had the money to do a private thing, definitely would, but I don't. Um, but I guess that's just me going to say, if you need help, all you got to do is try to get it, and all you got to do is persevere, because it's going to be difficult, but that doesn't mean you don't deserve it. I guess is what I'm trying to say there. Hopefully it will be. I think at the very least, it's specifically for my anxiety. So whatever else comes about from that, I will have to see, because I'm very interested in figuring out my ADHD or autism or whatever neurodivergence I have going on in my brain, because I have a lot of them. They're just not diagnosed. And it kind of sucks. Oh my god, you gifted us up, Chris Chilzo. Thank you for the gift sub, Kiara. I appreciate you. We got us so many subs and gift subs today. Thank you guys. You're so very sweet. But yeah, I mean, I've got a lot of things going on in my head. Anxiety is the main one. Probably depression, probably either ADHD or autism or both. I'm not self-diagnosing here, by the way. I'm kind of giving an informed guess on what I think I have, if I have any. But I also know that I am not qualified to like say if I have any, because I'm not a doctor. So I need to talk to this man. Thank you. So just take it with a grain of salt. Cause I don't want to get called out for anything. But yeah, it's just one of those little things. But I don't think life is looking up. Not to get like angsty on main. This year has been really hard for me, and my sister had a baby, and she was around today, and I just looked at her and thought, the year she was born has probably been the worst year of my life. And that was kind of a really weird and somewhat sobering thought to have when looking at my niece. Adorable little thing. Sputtering about like she is, and I've never liked babies before, but now my sister has one, and I kind of like her. I kind of like her. She can't talk yet. I'm gonna show her cartoons. I'm gonna show this kid cartoons and teach her Finnish swear words once I learn what the Finnish swear words are. No, I'm not gonna lie and say that I'm doing okay. I'm a person. I don't think anyone is truly 100% doing okay. I think when you get to a certain point in life where you have the self-awareness and like know-how of how the world works and mental health, that no one is probably doing okay, and that just kind of means that there's nothing wrong with not doing okay. What the oh, there we go. It's okay to not be okay, and that's all that people gotta remember. Thank you for another gift sub. I'm not trying to be depressing, I swear. Thank you though, I appreciate it a lot. But I don't know where I'm going with this anymore. I kind of lost my train of thought. Bath. Okay, that's a bath then. I guess my point is life keeps moving, and honestly, doing this stream has done what I wanted it to, in that it's given me a place to unequivocally voice my thoughts and probably not authentically be myself. Like, when you're doing stuff online, I don't think you are ever being 100% yourself. Because there's like a fun question, like in psychology, and I think also narratively, of what you do in the dark. And narratively in a story, it'll be a character in a moment is given a choice that no matter which outcome they pick, no one will ever know about. And it's what choice they makes defines what their character is. Um, and I don't know if this counts, but for the sake of it, in The Mandalorian, the guy saves Baby Yoda. That's the moment in the dark, because even though, oh, bounty hunter could just leave the kid and all that stuff, he doesn't. He goes back, he gets it, and it causes a whole heap of trouble. But that's its moment. That's their moment. I don't know the character's pronouns. I haven't watched the show. I'm extrapolating based on the vague information that I have. But like, I think everybody has that, and maybe not in like as serious of a thing you do in the dark moment, but more so like the only person who knows what they're truly like is everyone themselves. Like, I can look at people who I've met and be like, I know this about them. They treated me this way, but that doesn't mean that's who they are or what they are or what's important to them. It's just like my experience, and I think I'm a lot too forgiving when it comes to people and circumstance and a lot of factors in life. But I'm getting very deep here. My point was, when you're dealing with people online, you're never going to fully know them. And even when you're dealing with people in real life, I think unless you're living with somebody and have done for 5 years or more, you're never going to really know everything about them. Like, there's plenty that I don't know about my dad, and I've known him my entire life. Like, it's just an interesting thing. But doing this stream, being as authentic a version of myself as I can be, and maybe a little bit too depressing for what I would typically like want to output onto my Twitch channel. But it's been refreshing, and it has helped me clear my mind, and it honestly has made me feel a lot better. And we're at what I was gonna say was my time limit, but I feel like this is a weird analogy to end this on. So let's have a final thing where we be a little happier. Let me check in my door for a second. So let's talk about Mithril again for a minute, because the current plan, for what is going on with that, is there is going to be a stream tomorrow on Jamie Can Fly's channel. So you know what, I will do a shout out to Jam while we're here. I don't think Jam is live. I'm gonna check that quickly, because I highly doubt Jam is live right now, because otherwise that would be kind of weird. Because yeah, no, Jam is busy right now, but we're gonna give Jam. And so everyone go check out Jamie if you haven't already, because I will be there tomorrow. And I don't want to spoil in what capacity I'm going to be appearing on their stream, but what I will tell you is, in the Mithril Discord, I think in the videos channel, you can see Jam's last stream, and the stream that we're doing tomorrow is a follow-up from the events of that stream, in which a character called Brooke died. So that's going to be fun to extrapolate on. After that, however, and I don't want to go into full proper details. I showed up on one of Katie's streams not too long ago, where we had like a very brief talk about some of the Mithril stuff going on. Katie has something planned, which might not be the most immediate thing that we get next, but it's coming sooner than later. It should have come a lot sooner, but we've had a couple of setbacks in the music department, so we're waiting on it. I know Rose is planning something, and I'm excited for whenever that happens. Um, and there is going to be some form of follow up from the last thing that Mars did, which I may or may not be involved in, and there may or may not be other people involved in, but it requires a lot of work because we need to make a cinematic for it, and it has not been written yet because people have been busy, or the person who is writing said cinematic is busy right now with life stuff. Um, but I guess that is the kind of mithril forecast for you, so to say. Um, there's gonna be a jam thing soon, or a jam thing tomorrow, a Katie thing, and that reminds me. Speaking of mithril, I have something. I have something for you guys coming out tomorrow as well, which I completely forgot about, even though I was meant to talk about this at the beginning of the stream. Um, so back in fucking March, we had the party event, which was a big, like, everyone on the server who was part of the server at the time was there for it, basically. And it was a big event that we built up for a while. It had some dramatic stuff happening, a lot of character interactions, a lot of stuff going on. I didn't stream it. I was one of the few people who did not stream it because I was running the event and I wanted to make sure that it went smoothly. I finally edited and have uploaded my POV of the stream, and it is premiering tomorrow on my second channel. Because it is technically still a VOD. I'll put it in Twitch chat for you guys now. I will post about it on Twitter tomorrow when it goes live, and I will also post about it in the Discord. But yeah, unlike the rest of my lore that is on the Twitch, I went into the effort of putting music to it because it is a party. And I'm also did it because I could have just left it without music, and I had a little bit of fun editing. It's very mild edits to just like cut out a couple of moments where I was doing back end stuff, and to fix a couple of like bits of me showing menus, because I personally don't like showing like menus in lore. I think if I show my inventory or stuff, it kind of takes you out of the experience and feels a little bit like immersion breaking, because it's like, oh, you're in a video game. But that's just my personal preference. So, you know, take that for what it is. But that is coming out tomorrow. And that is coming out at 8 p.m. tomorrow. So it'll be out an hour before me and Jam go live. So I don't actually know how long it is. I think the VOD is just over an hour long in its entirety. Considering the stuff I cut out, I think it is an hour long. So if you are wanting something to watch before Jam and me go live, or if you were needing something to watch afterwards, that's there for you. You get to see what my character was doing during the whole party event, and enjoy, I guess. Yeah. But yeah, it'll be up and it'll be there. And I'm sorry it took so long for me to actually get around to doing it. When I actually sat down to put it together, it didn't take that long at all. So I guess that just goes to show how like quick editing can go. And it was really fun. I went out of my way to download a bunch of Breath of the Wild music because I was like, when Chris Chilzo comes on stream, I want Breath of the Wild music to be playing. And no reason other than like I just thought Chris Chilzo would appreciate it because I think he likes Zelda. Um but yeah, that's some happy little mithril news for all of you guys. My party POV tomorrow, and then Sunday. Yes, Sunday. Saturday, if you haven't seen my VODs channel, every day, one of my old VODs have been uploading. All of my challenges VODs are now up, I believe, or all the ones I had saved are now up. Tomorrow, the party video is going to be going on. It is premiering, so you can hit the notification thing to be made aware when it goes live through the links I sent you. Saturday, is my VOD from the Pride Games event back from Pride Month, which I was a part of with Mars, Katie, and Caitlin. And then Sunday, my VOD from the lore I did recently with Rose will be going up. And that's just like the straight VOD, like all of my other VODs, and they'll all be in the Mithril lore folder that I have on my thing. So yeah, you get a little bit of stuff. So if you haven't seen my stream with Rose, that'll be up on Sunday. You can see my Pardu POV, which is never seen before. Nobody has watched my perspective of it aside from myself, who was there when I recorded it. So whoever's POV you originally watched out of who was streaming that day, you can now see exactly everything that I was up to, and it can be cute. I talked to Sheba, I talked to Jam, I had a lot of stuff that I was bopping about and doing and saying off the cuff. Upload the VOD for your subathon right after your birthday this year, /Jen. So, issue, I did try to upload that. The only way I would be able to upload it would be if I cut it into parts. I have it saved. So what I might do is, I think if I split it into 2 6-hour videos, I could probably upload it, but that's going to take a really long time to upload from my PC, because the problem with uploading, you can upload VODs directly from Twitch onto YouTube, but if it's so and so amount of time long, it will cut it by itself without your input. And what it usually does is give you like one really long thing and then one 12-minute thing. So basically what I'm saying is I can probably edit it tomorrow to just cut it in half, but maybe I can get that up for like Monday I can get those two up, but we'll see how quick my PC wants to process them onto the channel. But I can definitely post those. Yeah, I kind of decided that I wouldn't post them at all, but honestly that's a pretty clean solution, is just cutting it into a 2-part thing. So yeah, I'll do that. Sorry it's taken so long. Sorry everything has been a mess. That's just kind of been my life for this entire year. But we're just gonna go back to having fun, playing Minecraft, doing whatever stuff that I want to do and that I'm interested in doing, and talking about things which I am interested in talking about, because I want to be happy and I hope you guys are happy. So yeah, that's basically it. I've already been here for much longer than I thought I was going to be. I have a date to get to. And by a date, I mean a friend who wanted to watch something with me and might be asleep by now, but, you know, it's fine. So we'll see who is live. I did see a Katie Go Burr, and I'm going to go on the end screen to make sure that said Katie Go Burr doesn't try and raid me. No, I don't think Katie Go Burr is going to be raiding me at all. Katie Go Burr is doing music. Katie Go Burr is karaokeing. We're going to raid Katie Go Burr. Oh, please just show me my friend following. They changed the menu, guys. They changed the menu. There's Kitty Go Burr, okay. But yeah, thank you all for coming. I will be around sometime next week. I'll say something in my Discord about us watching Lego Monkey Kids pilot. Probably Monday, because I'm having Charlie around this weekend, which is why I'm not doing anything this weekend. So I'm having friend time. But I hope you all enjoy. And say hi to Katie. Oh yeah, I always forget I have a raid message, so if you want to post that in chat, feel free to post that in chat, but you don't have to. I don't actually know if it works. I think the raid emote is fucking sub only. I'm gonna change that at some point. But I love you guys. Bye! I have to wait. They've changed how raiding works. Fuck. Okay, now bye. Mwah.